Hey guys, this is a team ranked match on Prairie. We've got a French ally, and we're playing against a Mongol and an English. Our ally is Conquer, and both of our opponents are Conquer. So we are D2 right now in this match. So this Prairie again. It's all about the mirror, kind of what happens with our Mongol ally, our Mongol opponent, what we can do to shut him down, and what we can do to pull ahead. We do run into each other's cons almost immediately, so I know he's on my side, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And our ally Lunan here is going on a pretty aggressive route here. I don't know if it's because he's going a second scout. Maybe he just knows that he's going to get sheep anyway, so. And we're getting a good amount of sheep here. What's one nice thing about Prairie is you're always going to get sheep, guaranteed. We are walking this one sheep back. Kind of a mistake, but it's going to work out. So in a Mongol mirror, I do recommend a trade horse opener. If he does tower rush me right now, it would be pretty devastating. But I'm going to have enough resources for age up, so I can just kind of work around that and make it work. I would have to probably reposition this town center to protect my Ulu. Is I think what I would do in terms of having to survive a tower rush in this game. We've picked up 11 sheep here, technically 12. And we're just going to drop that off, and we're going to go around, and we're going to scout around this backside of the base. Our ally seems to have the same idea in mind. You can see we scouted a little bit wider, and he's got a little bit longer and narrower. We have 9 on food. Here we're going to drop our vision just to help our ally, and we're just going to split this this corridor and try to see what we can see. And we pick up 4 sheep right off rip, which is nice. And we're just scouting this map really nicely between the two of us. Here, again, we're picking up more sheep. He's picking up plenty of sheep. He hasn't dropped his sheep off yet. Or maybe he dropped off one earlier. We're going to start tapping up here. Our opponent, so he's doing an 8-3. So it's 8-3, and then he pulls villagers onto wood. So I'm not a huge fan of this build. You can see, like, wood-wise, he's a little bit ahead, but timing-wise, I'm definitely ahead. He's at, what, 1,300? We're 1,800. Yeah, so we age up faster with a 9-2, and I feel like the split in general for resources is a little bit nicer. You can see, resource-wise, we're pretty much the same here after age up. It's just the timing is a lot better. I don't know. Just little details. He has a really nice spawn here. His gold was protected, and his Ugu is pseudo-protected. So we run past to see his base at this point, and we see the Uvu. And now we know that his TC is nearby. So now we can hit it and get like damage in without getting shot. And we see the silver tree coming up. And behind this, you can see he's pulling 2 villagers to tap up his stable. And we've already sent 1 villager, and he's halfway done. So those are the little things with the build order where you're crunching time-wise to do certain things. And basically, you're setting yourself behind in a sense because, this 1 villager could have been, that's another 10, 20 resources he could be gathering. He also doesn't have shift-click orders for these villagers, and that idle time does add up. And so we know that he's going to come at us with Keshiks. We're sending Keshiks over, so this first engagement between the Keshiks is going to be really important. Our ally here See the barracks, sees the longbow. So he's sending a knight over, he's trying to deal with it. We're bringing our comm back. We are going to pull these 5 villagers to drop a tower. So it does set back our wheelbarrow timing a little bit. But again, not end of the world. And then we got these Keshiks coming in. Again, timing wise, you can see how we're at his base by the time his are spawning. So against a different opponent or a different build order, it can be really big. And we mess up our attack here. We didn't charge in, so we get a slight hit, and he gets the heal off of the hits, and yeah, really bad opening. So because of this, like, we did everything right with our build order, but we don't attack move properly, we don't charge him properly, it sets us back really far. The only plus side is we do pull him into our tower here, and we're able to get some damage in. Yeah, this one guy's down at 128, and we got both of these guys below that. So yeah, we're definitely behind now in terms of taking the fight, which is not the best of things. And we're getting another Keshik out. We are getting a wheelbarrow up, which something which our opponent, I believe, does not have. I think it's one thing I wish you could see a little bit easier. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have wheelbarrow. Our ally is looking to go drop a TC. Okay, a little bit ambitious considering his opponent is getting really aggressive here. Cares about what those French Knights are doing. We are able to, again, micro here. He's got 4 Keshiks out, we got 4 Keshiks out. And you can see how the momentum shifted there. Another thing too, okay, so he does drop a tower here as well, so he was kind of expecting maybe a raid from the French Knights. And we know that our opponents are pushing our ally now. A little bit unfortunate with the timing here. I guess I'd say unfortunate, but he's collecting deer here. I don't know, it's just like a little bit greedy. You know, if you dropped a safe base right on the base, he would have been in a better spot there. But we see the aggression. We're heading over. Behind this, we do have a archery range up. We're starting to build Mangadai. And our second scout, after that first set of Keshiks, is heading over to go check out the silver tree. And yeah, we're coming over to see what we can do in terms of hitting longbows or fighting that Keshik mash. Keshik mass, rather. And because we see this trade going on, these 2 Mangadai that were we were rallying over to come help over here, we decided are going to be more effective helping out at against the trade. So yeah, these guys are heading over. They're going to go down and around, try not to run through the Mongol base. Our opponent's rotating onto food. So we could go on the aggressive here for sure and start attacking. Our scout is slowly burning down the silver tree. You can see 13 damage at a time. So yeah. But we are massing up units. We do have trade going on, which is nice. Not the strongest of trade because we are short distancing it. He does try to raid our gold. We do pick it off. And he does have 3 Keshiks out here. So it's a favorable fight for us. And even though we don't pick one off, getting the damage in is really nice. It really helps set, that little bit of an early lead that he had is pretty nullified at this point. He's got 5 Keshik here. And we've got 5 Keshik as well as a Mangada and a Horseman. So if we were to engage his army, we win it 100%. And at this point, we're going to go across the map, and we want to get some eco damage in. If we'd gotten in on these villagers, it would have been huge. We're kind of debating whether going on the villagers or on the traders. He does get his first trade in here. And our Mangadai are on the way. They're hitting a little bit late. And we're just rallying troops here by this front of the gold line here. And just 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. So, yeah, we're gonna go raid his trade line. You can see we're just barely on the edge of not seeing these bears here. So a little bit unfortunate there. Our opponents are massing an army here, kind of aggroing our opponent. Our ally is getting as much damage in as he can. And our Mangudais have picked off a trader. We're picking off a couple more here. A little bit of a mistake on our part, not A-moving here. We should have killed this trader more handily. And we do have to double back and kill him. So a little bit of wasted time there. Would have been really big if we had hit these guys. That would have really slowed down our opponents. But big thing is, right now we're up to 8 traders. We've been trading. We're getting some trades in. And our opponents, though, have got he's gotten 1 set of trading. So he's gotten 100 gold. And he's on 7 villagers on gold. So he's having to commit some extra villagers there. And now he's got a couple Keshiks protecting this market, but it's a little bit too little too late, and we're just going to head north with this army. Behind us, we're rallying another army at our base. And we got a couple more trades in. And our ally is going to, I don't know if he's going to come clean that up or not, but we're going to keep heading north. And our opponent has stopped producing traders, basically. Oh, okay, he's got a couple more on the way. He thinks he's going to protect that trade somehow. So I probably should have pulled these traders away and down. But we get a little bit lucky here that he pulls the majority of this army away. And our army here is massed and kind of ready to go. He is pulling traders. He's sending traders to the south now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull these Keshiks to burn the silver tree. And we'll leave the Mangudais just kind of free floating to aggro onto traders when they see them. Again, traders are still going. We do reposition our silver tree, so when we get some drop-offs, they're going to be strong. But overall, we've gotten more gold from our traders than our opponent has, and we also have 3 traders over here that will re-rally onto here and give us 300 gold. So we haven't lost too much tempo from this raid. Again, behind this, we're burning down the silver tree. Really big deal. Getting these kind of these trades and this damage in. And our opponent is transitioning onto sheep after this barrier. It's a little bit weird because once you have pocket eco, it's best to kind of commit into pocket eco. And our other armies over here trying to rally around, find some damage. We're unable to do it. There is still a couple Keshiks out here, but we're able to get 1 trade in sneakily, like through those Keshiks. So that's a pretty big deal. And we're going to keep burning the silver tree down. And we are rallying. Okay, so we have a Keshik and a Mangudai, and they're coming over to deal with these couple of Keshiks. So we get the charge in, which is nice. Behind us, we're cutting off reinforcements. With our other army, we're just microing these Mangudai around, making them lose some units there. And our opponent is pushing in really hard into our ally, who's got double TC. He's getting his army up to deal with this. And behind this, again, we've killed another trader, and we're going to burn the silver tree down. It's a big deal. And we've secured our trade. We're going to leave just a couple of units there. The 1 Keshik and a Mangudai, we would lose 1 Keshik overall. And we're cutting off reinforcements here. So what this army is what this army is. It's going to be kind of cut back. His spearmen, he can't really commit to the front line here because we got these Keshiks behind harassing. We're picking off some Keshik, we're picking off some reinforcements. We don't have a huge number, but we are starting to rally more troops over. You can see another 4 units of cav on the way. And you can see we're just harassing, getting damage in where we can. Behind this, we're getting a raid here on the wood line. Sorry about that. Excuse me, guys. It's another phone call. Sorry about that, guys. So we're raiding his eco to pull off APM from the front lines here. You can see his army is just A-moving on us over here. And we get a good amount of villager kills. I think we get like 6 there. You can see now we're pulling ahead, and we're starting to pull really far ahead because our trade is really starting to pop off here. We're up to 7 traders, but class map trade. And he's rallying troops over to the base. Again, our allies able to hold this because of the split push, and we're running around. We're trying to find the next wood line. He does transition basically onto just farms at this point with those villagers. So we're losing Keswiks here, but the big thing is this army is just chasing us coming out of position, and we're going to keep rallying troops here. I wanted to go up to another archery range at this point as well, which we haven't. This army is idle, so we do need to find something for them to do. We're losing this front gold here. Our allies losing this front gold, but again, not end of the world here. We're getting plenty of gold. In worst case, we could start giving gold, but he's on this back gold, and he's got a little bit of protection. So our opponent is back on this wood line. I probably should have gone back onto there. So a little bit of a mistake on my part. But we're just trying to, run around, try to find where we can hit Eco. We're not sure where he's at exactly, so it's always kind of a guessing game. We knew he was going to be back onto wood. I thought he might be onto these wood lines, but he isn't. We'll pick off a couple of villagers. Never hurts. We're going to fall back here. You can see again we're pulling pretty far ahead. Our ally's a little bit behind, but I think we're making up for it in terms of damage that we're able to get in. We do give away one free Keshik there, a little bit unfortunate. We are transitioning into a second and a third archery range. There's a lot of spearmans and a lot of massive Keshiks. We've got a decent Keshik mass already, so what we really need is Manga to really accompany here. And we know that there's a big mass here, so we're just trying to find little picks, but we don't want to overcommit onto anything. We do have to be a little bit careful here. Our opponent looks like he's going for a castle age. That's a lot of villagers. 18. It is constant stable production, so he's got 3 stables going constantly, so which makes sense. And we're going up to a 3rd stable as well, so we've got a good amount of production to match here. We do hit his villagers on this wood line. He decides to transition to this front wood line, so we're idle his wood eco again. We're going to kill out a couple Keshiks, and there are 4 rams on the way pushing in now. And again, yeah, we're score-wise, you can see we're pulled really far ahead of our opponent, and we take a little bit of a dive there. But our other army is coming up behind this, and so we're just going to commit into this now. We don't care about trading out too much because we got a big force coming up behind this. The Keshiks realize that we've got more army coming up behind. And again, this is just a trade that he can't really take, and this is basically all of his army, so he's basically all in here. Both of these players are all in. Our ally is holding, not in the best spot, but he is able to hold here. I guess you would just need basically wood or stone for second TC. And purple gives up because he's literally about to lose all of his army, and then from here he needs to get onto wood, and we'll get ready to run circles around his base. And the Mongol player just hops in as well. Our trade was doing really good at this point as well. So, and I forgot to say, I think it was at the 11-minute mark, 12-minute mark. We went on to 2 TC as well. It's just kind of like the natural progression of this build with so many villagers on wood. Like, you can't really support more infrastructure, so what you do is just drop the second TC and go from there. You can drop more infrastructure, but it's kind of just like for shits and giggles because you're not really producing more units out of there till you get your food eco organized. So, yeah, just another quick match, guys. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.